An afterthought no more. Nashville's Germantown neighborhood is a hot spot.
You know, growing up here, like Nashville used to be kind of like this small city that was like, it was fun to go out, and now it's just huge.
The Nashville Sound Stadium caps off a gentrification years in the making.
It's 4 years later, unrecognizable.
Local businesses are cashing in big time on the extra traffic.
We play the part of neighborhood place that can flex up and expand for game day.
Austin Ray, a lifelong Nashvilleian, turned this former bus depot into a bustling sausage house and beer garden.
It's nice having some good European beers.
Restaurants and new housing pop up on every block, intermingling with the classics, like Christie Cookie.
Germantown's one of the most interesting and progressive dining scenes in Nashville.
But the honeymoon, consider it over. Some places like Lulu have closed as competition gets more and more intense. Andrew Villar sees it firsthand at both his restaurant jobs.
It's very competitive here now, whereas maybe 5 years ago it was just kind of starting out.
That pressures restaurants to speed up and stay ahead of trends as the neighborhood fights to keep its trendy status.
Now, of course, it's exploding into a major place to live, place to eat, place to have fun.
All of us girls were here at 1 o'clock.
Volunteers are now helping volunteers. As hundreds prepare to help with the search for Joe Clyde Daniels Saturday, other volunteers lined up to lend them a hand and a lunch. 2,000 of them.
Oh, we need snacks in these.
For 6 weeks, authorities have looked for the body of Joe Clyde Daniels, whose parents are now in custody, suspected of playing a role in beating their autistic son to death. Glenn Doty will help with the search Saturday. He's also handed out more than 2,000 memorial stickers.
Pulled over a few times, seen garbage bags on the side of the road, and pulled over a few times and tore into them just because you never know.
Searchers like Doty will be in the woods all day Saturday looking for Joe. These lunches delivered. The search goes on tomorrow, rain or shine. So here's a few things volunteers should know. They're telling them to bring gloves. You never know when you'll have to clear a thicket. Also, be careful about what shoes you wear. You want to have ones that will be effective in any terrain. And lastly, you can't bring your phone or your camera. You're participating in a criminal investigation.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
There's hardly a person in Dixon who has not pitched in to find baby Joe.
Nice. Courteous. God's watching.
Volunteers are now lining up just to help other volunteers. A lesson that there's a friend around every corner. If only we'd stop and see it a little more often.
It's like your own kid, and I'm going to be out there. And I'm going to do whatever I can do.
Police say 53-year-old Damon Sashini and 75-year-old Kathleen Shanahan have been charged with animal cruelty after their RV had been found with around 100 cats inside crates and boxes. The reason as to why there were that many cats in the RV is unknown. Those cats are now in the care of the Rutherford County Pet Adoption and Welfare Services, aka PAWS, in Murfreesboro.
We received a call from local law enforcement that there were some concerns about an RV that was not supposed to be on Walmart's property and also some animals involved.
Once PAWS arrived on scene, they saw the two people responsible get arrested outside the RV. Once inside, the discovery of animals everywhere.
I think one passed away. The majority of them, the rest of them were about 75% feral or barn cats, not very sociable, but there is a handful of them that could be adoptable pets and go in the home.
The next step is to have all of the cats spayed and neutered before they go to their homes. You can adopt the cats by contacting PAWS on the phone or via Facebook. And while animal control is used to hoarding situations, this most recent one in an RV is definitely a first.
Animal control, I would say that's definitely a new, probably decently new one for us as far as the RV, but animal control has been out to homes in different hoarder type situations before, so they were definitely prepared and came out there and knew what they were doing.